We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Down! Back 22! Back 22!
To throw on second is Watson. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Into the Redskins. Have it they do. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. What a spin. Oh, another one.
Missed.
This will not go down. That good for 19 and a first down.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
To throw on second down is Smith. And Amendola's got it, complete. And it's a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the Results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Down! Green 39! Green 39! Tiger! Tiger! Tiger!
To throw is Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Richmond.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Tiger! 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 Hey! Blue 80! Blue 80!
From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So out now come the Redskins. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Double. 15, yeah.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And Davis with it left side. Davis fighting. He loses the football. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
15, yeah.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Out of the gun, Smith. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And an alley to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Letting one go deep for the... That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start on the ground with Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Smith now on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap for Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, on. Hey, gun.
From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Let's take it inside his own 40. And now running right through it. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work, try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson off play action, going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
To the air yet again, Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. One man in the backfield. That's Miller. 2nd and goal.
Richmond, down.
Watson looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Faking the give. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On 1st and 10, Smith. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. Check 41. 12. Let's go.
Play action. It's Smith. Buying time to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. Smith on 1st down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Whitney Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off of play action, here's Smith. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DJ Reader, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Smith from the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, They would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Green the line! Green the line!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Whoosh. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Ready? Wide 80! Slot. 55, orange.
After the interception, here's Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Dunn able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now it's Crowder. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down is Smith. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Miller. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Preston Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're stinking.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Smith. He fights him off, and he's going to go down again. DJ Reader in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long, it's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Houston. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Watson now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
We got three down, three down. Hey, let's go.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Great for team. Hey, slot. Kill, Tiger. Liz.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Smith. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.